unfortunately, they get to start here, but have they just woken up the beast of NiP, and now they're going to be a little bit more naughty in the way that they treat their opponents? But out mid they go. Top mid smoke, and behind it they come towards Donut. The 1x bet odds just a little bit less in the favor of NiP now by 0.02.
See what happens here. So Savage has got a lot on his plate. The entire ace site now flooded. At least they can play for the retake, and we talked about this with Hampus today. Ace site very vulnerable to a retake. There's no safe hidey hole to occupy, always vulnerable to multiple angles. And here they come. Great start. Hazza opens up proceedings with some bloodshed, some splattered brain. Rez looking to hang out close on
no kit.
250, but the frags are coming in. No kit is a problem. But a 5v2 and pressure now onto another. Good frag. Cessa tag is gone as well. And damn, another pistol in the bag for LFO.
Okay, wonderful stuff there. And all 5 staying alive. This is big for the investments going into the next round. But Hampus was here, if you didn't catch it yesterday, with us while we were watching Entropic versus LFO. So he got first-hand live viewing of how it all went down. And some of the things that he was noting was the way that they were playing these lower buy or anti-eco rounds. It wasn't always together, a bit more spread out. Well, let's take a look and see how they want to approach this one. Some nice shooting there. Maybe it was just a win against NiP that they needed to get the ball rolling.
Probably, but Hampus has made an executive decision. He's bankrupt himself to enable Rez to go armored AK into the second.
Okay, don't mind this. Like, head-to-head, they are going to be backing themselves in the aim department here, NiP. Hazza, aggressive. Nice little molly flash combo off the deck.
And there's some util, making them fight for it. Need to see the rebuttal. There it is. AK on the floor. Licky over committing, and an MP9, or rather a FAMAS now falls into enemy hands. This gets bad quick. If Savage and Sterling cannot piece together at this 2 versus 4, there is no armor. This is so doable. And I don't see a kit currently. Ready.
Double swing!
Rating 2 of the 3 that swung. Hampus will take the M4 and reposition. And it's up to Savage now to come up clutch. He doesn't have a kit, but he does have a smoke.
There's a kit just in front of him. He smoked the bomb. Oh, Hampus has gone around the world here. Naughty maneuver, this one.
I mean, he was in KO. You may hear him.
Should hear it now. 10-second smoke defuse.
Of course.
These go well.
Known to be effective, and it's a very souring play out of Hampus there to just ruin their day. It was one single rifle and some Glocks.
There was a key as to why that all fell apart for LFO. Rez was able to take the initial duel against Hazza, and if you watch this, the smoke is deep. You can see Hazza, Rez just came out of the grey screen. The smoke's meant to land at the doors. So Rez was able to play in front of the smoke, and because he was able to do that, they were able to open up the site and get their way in. So a little detail, but a massive detail in the round number 2. So that's unfortunate for LFO. The maneuver, it had legs, but now they're going to be staring down the barrel of just these pistols through the smoke. Hampus is going to find a pocket. Might just start to spiral out of control at this point. You can see this cave smoke deployed and how deep it is, right? That one that just there that was in front of the T's over towards the B lane. A very, very deep cave smoke being thrown.
Yeah, you kind of just have to give it to them. Sterling.
Oh.
Bad on the dig, but not this time.
Multiple kills going on across the map here. Just Licky. Will be an eco coming up next.
That was my favorite, one of my favorite art subjects was the licky and sticky time, you know, when you just go...
Licky and sticky time?
Yeah, licky and sticky. It's like when you're doing collages, you know, you were sticking different pieces of like PVA glue all over your hands.
Is that what it was called?
No.
Oh. No. Oh, that's the name for it?
Licky and sticky, yeah.
Okay, all right. The only real licking I did as a kid was like the envelopes.
Stamp. Yeah, postage stamp. That's a licky and sticky.
Did the envelopes for me, ma'am.
Yeah, good lad. Slowly watching my family send less and less Christmas cards as they pushed everyone away.
Oh, yeah. Well, fair enough. Mums were always like business ones. There was like a newsletter or an invoice. One of the two. Just had a 10-year-old slobbering all over it.
Perfect. Made you feel included, though. We got a little bit of a stack. By little, I mean everyone hanging out here. And let's see if they can at least combine for an element of surprise. They're going to walk ramp late. Fozy's responsible for it. The nade's not going to touch him.
This is curious, right? Because when you come up this B ramp... Oh, they are slinking down. The snake. Darn it. Oh, Fozy could have had a couple more there. Rez will mop up the mess. Well, maybe he'll leave the floor a little bit wet for Hampus here to come on through with a towel. 3-1. The problem is, when we start these games with LFO, it's not that I don't want to get excited about them being able to perform, it's we need to see it every time they go into the server, right? There's levels of expectation here. And It is pretty low. I liked where they were playing on the off angle, because what I was going to get to there was the way that they creep in, and you have to worry about the pillar, cave, long, short, everything, right? That could have been a nice little idea, but this is going to be make big control real rough. A couple of mollies cut out and donut. Apoc has to play forward.
At least he's, managed to demand the control of mid. Now as they fade, it's likely it'll be given up for free. But this is going to be our first taste of whether LFO are here to play today. Fozy flashing for himself to clear out. So he can stay posted up now, and that will, I was going to say potentially be smoked off. It looks like there is just going to be one left there for later.
Yeah, that's going to be hard for Licky to get to here as well. They have just smoked off top of long, so all good. I'm going to grab that one off
quite the boost.
Deck.
This attack acting as a little bit of a stepping stone for Hampus to try and open up onto Sterling. Nothing found. Apoc, big angle and a big fight to win here. Oh, they're not going to clear him. He's gaming today. Only the one, though. S-Attack good for the trade. Hazard. Oh, that's a shot.
That's what we'd call a specky.
Yeah, that is a specky. Right onto the nose. Okay, Fozy gone. Now we're into a nice 3v3 mid-round. And by nice, I'm referring to the CTs in the sense that they should be able to start pushing for a little bit of info and get more than one person to receive here as the nades are raining in.
Yeah, this B control right now should be gifted over, right? LFO would be crazy to try and push this player through the smoke. Try and dissuade them while they get the bomb down. Do the spam on through or a boost to be mounted just here. Well caught. Can get a nice angle on towards the back of pillar, but went for a tip plant. Bomb's loose.
Yeah, and now sprayed through. They know they just have to delay, cause chaos. S-Attack now on the plant. Plopsky trying to find them on the fade. They're actually reboosting, and that was what he was waiting for. He's gotten away with that 10 HP. Double swing, and Savage caught out. Well played by the Ninjas. That was making a whole lot out of a whole little. It's just S-Attack and Plopsky. 5 frags between them.
Nice round. Really nice round there. And you can see the difference in what you were seeing yesterday with LFO and how it was almost set executes from spawn, whereas NiP were able to bully and put pressure all across the map and then decide where they want to execute late when things are strung on out. And the resources are definitely depleted. This was the shot from Plopsky onto Sterling. And this one here from Hazard. Yeah, we liked what we saw, but not enough to keep them in it. Little boost over is a cute little way to give yourself a different angle.
A reboost, though. I mean, like, that's probably the call in Australia, but Plopsky was pre-aiming it on his approach. It's something he was considering.
This round's over already. Hampus has just rolled out and got 3 kills. So round number 6 was good. Round number 7, I heard, is going to be even better. What's your favorite burger topping?
You know, I'm pro pickle.
Pro pickle?
I am pro pickle. I do love a good cheese as well.
What type of cheese?
I'm flexible. Nothing like a good bit of pepper jack if you're in a kind of American kind of onion ringy barbecue-y vibe.
Okay.
But I'm open to even a halloumi. I'm throwing a halloumi in my burger.
Okay.
Yeah. Not even as a meat substitute. I want both.
Oh, you want halloumi and a big patty?
Yeah.
Or, okay. Well, this is a question.
I'd rather do the smashy patty.
Smash burgers are the go.
Smash burger and then like a thin little like crispy halloumi.
Yep.
Throw some pickles in there, bit of red onion.
When did it ever become that standard burgers were like real fat? Because I don't like the big fat burger.
Yeah,
I was never a fan of the big fat burger.
It's, different folks and strokes. It's not the worst burger I've ever consumed. I've had some nice, big, juicy burgers.
Oh, yeah, no, but the thing is, and luckily my friend Rushley1234556, he told me like it was so easy to make a smash burger. You just need to get the mincemeat, and then you just whack it in the pan, and like, well, you grab a ball of it, right? You whack it in the pan, and then all I do is I just get another pot, and I just push it down with the pot.
And you've done it.
And Bob's your uncle, and it cooks in no time. Bit of seasoning, salt and pepper. Real good. Smash burger.
Okay.
Make one at home. Send me a photo if you're making a smash burger over the weekend, guys. I'd love to see it. Next eco, we can talk about the air fryer.
It was Shake Shack that did a good smash burger.
Oh, yeah.
Great little smash burgers. Or any other burger joint that you find around here.
But if we did have Shake Shack around here, I'd probably be ordering one. I can tell you that much. I wonder if Dusseldorf has the 5 guys. Oh, he's on the Mopos. Oh, Hampus knows how to deal with the Mopos smoke, apparently.
It's almost like he's aware of it.
Yeah, played against it once upon a time.
Lost to it.
Oh, he's completely stifled anything Apoc was working on over towards middle here. Savage is aggressive towards A main, so if we're looking for positives, there's one. Sterling going to slink on in and try and take donut control. Realistically, Licky is on an island right now. Hazard needs to get over and back up his boy, but they will have to give up some territory. So there's a few options here if you're LFO. Do we want to give up donut, allow them into A, and then Savage can play it, and that means Sterling would have to go back and cover Red House? Or do we want to just think that Licky is sick and he can defend B against the impending attack from NiP? You can see it coming. Nice flash. Good info. Bomb not spotted, however, so they just know that Fozy was there with the AWAP.
Looking for some degree of info. So Sterling's just going to have to give up this mid gap. It's whether or not Hampus jumps through it. Licky now in a state of limbo.
I'd like them to gamble here because Hampus has just smoked Donut, right? So now they don't know if anybody's gone Red House. This type of a round, you may as well gamble or save. But here we go. Long getting smoked off.
Here we go. Hazza ahead of the smoke and isolates. Takes down S-Attack. More down the ramp. Licky getting a bit flirty with the smoke. Enables the rifle to be picked up. Savage completely booked. Oh, and Hampus might do more with that. Might do more if he's required. Hazza continues to provide. Now, Hampus is locked in CT. The bomb is on its way to A. They maneuver off the ledge. Heading over to the wide open A site, the frag onto Savage. He's going to come back to haunt them, and the bait not quite going to work. Hazza did well to get back into B with those frags, but yeah, NiP with a very good read of how the CTs were maneuvering there.
6-1 right now. I think Hazza will do his best to save this. Maybe go try and scoop up one of the AKs that fell over towards the B side of things. Going to throw away that AWP to make sure that it cannot be retained whatsoever, and they'll be quickly getting themselves a massive bag of rounds on the T side. This has a CT lean for sure. It's the most CT-sided map we have in the pool. That might chop and change in the near future if anybody works out the meta. Or the next step of the meta. But yeah, an air fryer, Alex, just do it. Don't even think about it.
It isn't actually frying it though, is it? It's like, it's a misnomer.
Well, isn't it like an oven?
It's like, yeah, it's like one of those ones you used to get as, oh, actually, the AWP did drop off. So not good tidying from Hampus. But I thought, yeah, I don't know. I think it's like those little easy bake ovens.
Yeah, pretty much. Good. But it's so much quicker than an oven because it's smaller and more condensed.
Yeah, it looks so convenient. Just chop something, throw it in, and just walk away. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah, it's really. It doesn't have the same faff about it as an oven. There's no real preheating necessary. Just whack it in, away you go. You get some fries in the bloody freezer. You whack them in.
Oh, and Hazza, with his saved M4, is going to have to be a real hero here. Everyone else has just got themselves a sidearm of choice. And Beanie making his way to join the pack, and he just gets a lot of free roam. Lick, just on the jiggle. Nothing was there, and as he returns, and the same for Hazza, yeah, that is a nasty state of affairs. 2 openings for NiP, and here comes number 3.
Yep, there it is. You're calling it well here. I think if you give up that mid control the way that you do of LFO, right, they're not contesting. I understand why it was a lighter buy scenario there. But that cave player can almost immediately be swung from both sides, right? Because normally it would just be B lane, you'd be running up, you'd be hearing the steps coming, but Hampus is jumping up over Tetris, coming up over the ledge, and then they can double swing and take 2 more isolated duels, right? Hampus gets to focus on the right-hand side of cave, and then your player coming up from B lane gets to focus on the left-hand side. Whereas normally, you know, you're kind of hoping they haven't made it to the left-hand side yet, or you have to use some util on one side or the other. So once they're getting that mid control for almost free, it does make their pressure to B lane easier. And that's why we talk about mid and the B lane being some of the most key components on this map of Ancient. But it is just Savage now. A timeout would be good at this point. I think right. if you're LFO on Ancient, just give yourself another chance, because after they took the timeouts previously on Overpass, they were able to start converting a couple, but there it is, Fozy with 1 more in the round. And, well, yeah, you know the drill, everybody. The max loss bonus well and truly in play here. There's going to be plenty of money. Now, we saw Savage operate with a double AWP yesterday, and I mentioned a timeout. You see it immediately called on in. So there you have it, 7-1. That's after a pistol, the force by loss, and then, well, 7 consecutive rounds.
Yeah, it's bleak just because I know how that T-side looked and felt. This was where I thought we'd get to see a competitive scoreline created, or the potential for it. But at this point, yeah, running out of opportunities. NiP a single round to win out the half, and this was how Licky went down, and Chad already has broken it down. You know, normally you have to work a little harder to gain that much control in that part of the map, but all he wanted to do was have a jiggle. And the rest fell into place. Fozy's just been posted up on that boost, and it stops you getting the info ramp, at least not without some util.
Oh, they're going to biff mid here, I think.
That's going to be a smoke to stop Licky supporting lane. Rez going to be just holding the ramp push, and the rest going through the motions in mid.
I like this over towards A main again. So Savage is aggressive, and he actually has help of Sterling with the AWP to just make sure he can be embedded deep within main. This is going to make them a bit more flexible here, but while they've taken this space, Apox left mid, Hampus is leading the charge here, the leader of the pack. They're following him like the mother duck in towards Donut.
S-Attack's going to get a bit of a rude surprise, isn't he? And that's the bomb coming towards A-Hall. So if Savage can pull this off, Sterling's going to bail him out.
Oh, Oh, they've got past. They've got past. They've got past.
Just as he looked away, and he's not ready for this. Now they're so damn close. Wide swing, how quick does it react? Enough. And not the second. Savage awakens, S-Attack finds him, and that is a nasty way to feel the A site slipping away.
That was done so silently, there was no tells, and you're sitting there going, why did S-Attack turn around? Well, because the position that Sterling was playing, he was susceptible to the other side. There's no way you'd sit and hold that angle for that long, right? Absolutely no way, without considering the fact that they could be peeking for the other angle. So S-Attack piecing the puzzle together, finds the necessary kill onto Savage, and Savage doesn't want to swing in case somebody comes out late, so they drop another one here, and half has been won out by the Swedes. Good stuff. This is for topping the group, everybody. So there is a lot on the line here, right?
If I was hazarding a guess as to how the team talk went over there, I'd say it was probably a case of just reminding them what's at stake. Like, hey, lads, you know, I know you've lost Overpass. I'd really rather we don't linger on it, and really rather we focus on the objective that is guaranteed quarterfinal.
And what's exciting is, now, look, I'm going to make some assumptions here, but let's assume that the G2 that we get later today, right, that G2 with Alexi B playing can show what they were over in Katowice and not what they've been here at this event so far. And that would mean that if they win against Entropic, they have a matchup against NiP tomorrow. And with NiP playing in this form and G2 maybe back on some good form, that would make for a great final match of the group here. Now, obviously, we would know for NiP that it wouldn't mean an awful lot, but to see G2 and these teams go toe-to-toe, I'm sure Hampus isn't the type of guy who, he doesn't seem like a man who likes losing.
Far from it.
Whereas for LFO, tomorrow they will have to take on Mouse, so they will be going up against Dexter on the other side of things, and that would mean our remaining matchup for tomorrow night, all which will be played at 7:30 p.m. as Entropic versus Fnatic, and that one there could also be deciding the final team of the group. So going to be quite curious to see which of the 4 teams can make it on through to join NiP. It's only 2 available, so only 50% of that field will be able to make their way through. But here we go. Default's been done. Space now being crept out mid again, and so much room to work with.
Very
just keeping
deep
it
red
quiet.
smoke. You know, this is what Hampus was telling us about, that they've got a deeper smoke, now enabling you to swing left and right of it into the red room. Sterling gambles, and they can just go through. Left or right, Sterling hears them. You ready for a fight? And just overrun. You know, this is a bulldozer right now. It's looking very isolate for Savage. He's got so much to worry about. He's so vulnerable to the fade as well from S-Attack, who takes contact first. So procedural, they get info, they take multiple peeks. It's so oppressive. You've got nothing left. And very little chance to really take a fight as a unit. Hazard's already caught one through the walls. Fozy doesn't let that go. This is 11th frag at the top of the scoreboard here, standing in last minute and remaining a threat. NiP 9, LFO 1.
Yeah. Might want to see him try for B lane aggressive, right? Like, it's understandable so that, you know, you're getting smoked off in cave and they're taking mid control. You did try the A main aggression, it didn't work. You've gone for a couple of aggressive mid plays, and like Apoc got found out doing that Mopos smoke. So they're running out of aggressive maneuvers. I guess the option could be to try something a little bit more outside of the box. So you could do it when they do go for the mid control. You can have somebody flashing and have multiple players try and push through, but they did try that, and Hampus called them out on an eco. So I'm kind of just going through the laundry list, and I'm sure the LFO are as well. Well, that's some damage done. That's going to keep Hampus at bay for now. And it's a crossfire here. Hazard joined with Licky, and there's some aggression. Here we go.
Yeah, Rez is... Oh, Hampus.
Oh, that's so cheeky, man.
You go all the way back and still hit that bang?
Just a wall bang. Absolute cheek law right there.
It's actually worked out. Yeah, if there's no death on Licky... Oh, and Hazard through the smoke as it fades. He hears the pinball. He could have caught another. But yeah, why not? Let's gamble. Savage, Apoc
a flasher,
on the way.
Here it comes. Oh.
Flash, Licky's down, up to Savage, and he's having a struggle. Maybe Apoc can at least deter the plan, and it's Fozy that's bringing it in now. They've already got Rez posted, Polopsky looking as well towards the triangle. Oh, great. He's taken down Rez, and he snaps into Polopsky, nearly through.
Far off.
S-Attack reveals himself and still hits the secondary shot, so it does shape up nicely. NiP react and recover.
Well, they're just walking this one home, aren't they?
Yeah.
Only...
We can't talk about burgers, though, Chad.
Why?
Because someone didn't like it.
Oh. Do they
Talk about the game, you idiot.
Do they not like burgers? No, don't worry about that, Alex. It's too early to worry about that stuff. It's too early. It's too early. Don't worry about that. I've become more immune to it these days. I get it out on Twitter.
I just don't tweet anything anymore.
Yeah, well, that's safe too. That way you don't have people saying stuff. I wish I had someone who could like manage my Twitter and just mute all the people for me.
Okay, I'm sure that's something we could look into. And there's some aggression. You want it, you get it. Licky, however, is punished. It's Rez that's posted up, and that is a recurring theme here. Hazza trying to find the trade, but there's always a contingency deployed. This time it was Fozy catching Hazza's ramp walk. Epoch and Sterling hanging out as well in the back of a Camino. As a kid was a skid. That's a tag, does get it, easy peasy. And we get to see Sterling. You know, he's a bit of a Deagle player, Chad.
Oh, he is. He is indeed. But in a 1-on-4, this is where the Deagle has to catch fire, and he doesn't have the blaze, so he's going to have to do it with the Prince stream. And, fortunately for him, there is a stream on Ancient. So it's all coming together here. I don't know how the leaps of logic got there, but it made somewhat of sense. So aware, as the tag executes 11-1.
And NiP definitely making a strong case for top of the group here. To recap how they got here, let's have a look. The first game was against Maus, which was where we saw that was like a... we think we casted that one, but that was when we saw Maus essentially look like a little like it was a harder work than it was over in Katowice, but they have since definitely started to make a strong case. NBK's been having somewhat of a renaissance over here at Pro League.
Yeah, that was yesterday they dropped Vertigo, right? So that was they chose Vertigo, they dropped the ball. Today they dropped the ball on their own map choice as well for NiP. So if we're going to critique anything, it would just be maybe not converting the maps they picked on into. Sterling's opened up the account in this round though, so there's something a little bit different. A kill that hasn't come with immediate exchange or loss of life. And uh-oh, through the smoke they try and poke their head, taking a little bit of a cheeky angle there was Hampus, and Hazza was ready for it. There's another on the fade. Oh, he's done well.
Ready, set for success. That's a tag and Rez though, a 2v5 shortly becomes a 1v5.
Well, this is the second round, right? Look, I'm not gonna lie to everybody. Even if they get 11-4 on the CT side, it's still gonna be so difficult. Like Alex was speaking about what we saw yesterday from them on Ancient against Entropic, and it was look, they had executes, they had set pieces. It was just more about how they were deployed. If they could do it a little bit more how they did it on Overpass by collecting some map control first before full committing, then we might see it get a little bit more exciting. But this is good. A second round, just for they're all about the learning experience here. For NiP, all about just giving them a hard lesson. Sterling going to be able to find another opening to open the account. This was the little double kill from Hazza here, so you can see Hampus going for one of his usual little tricks.
Round 14, we will see an AWP on either side. See what the call is out of the gate. Oh, Hampus straight just burning through. He wants to apply this pressure and nearly walks into Licky's domain. Epoch is actually going for a bit of a presence of his own, and oh, he may have been spotted. Made in a good position. Epoch, Licky, fill the feed. It's only Plopsky. He's being wall-banged down to 20 as well. I think that's Hazza that connects through the board. Savage has got a potent position, but this attack could threaten.
Savage, could have just parked the bus there. We say wide, he didn't need to go for that type of a peek, and now starting to get more numbers, drop pressure on B. Fozy will go down. Map's the oyster right now of NiP.
Yeah, it's up to Sterling. He does need to get one here, otherwise that bomb goes down. Good find, it was the healthier of the two. Only Plopsky, and he's there, gone and dealt with. LookingForOrg find their third, but as you said, yeah, even 11-4 does not remedy what's up next.
It was good, like that wallbang from Licky, right? That's something that Rain does a lot of, right? Where they pepper on through, and it was something when the changes happened to this map, because we obviously spent a lot of time playing Ancient. You couldn't spam through that wood for so long, but then when they did make the change, it's now paper thin. So with the silenced M4 as well, the traces make it harder. You can spam on through, and you need to know your angles, right? It's not just super simple, but you definitely need to know your angles of where you need to put that crosshair. I like that move. That's quite standard play, though, that you would see on a map like Ancient once you get mid-control, the Mop or Smoke paying off this time round. And yeah, look, for confidence sake, 3 consecutive rounds would be nice. The pistol was the only other round that LFO had in this, that they lost 11 in a row. So then to get out of this half with 4 consecutive, okay. Can at least hold their head high over some momentum. And here we go, NiP have enough for this final round of play. What's the uppercut maneuver going to be? Top mid smoke landing one more time. Flashes 2. No commit behind this. haven't seen them go for anything too A-heavy as a set piece without the mid control, and Hampus was held at bay there by some good utility. And an interesting setup. You can see this tucked in behind the tall box and with Sterling to bait them in. So this could go swimmingly right now for LFO.
Is Plopsky just going to throw another mid-smoke as it fades? Oh, no. Okay, Donut maybe. Roll away from way downtown. He smokes off the A side of Donut. Sterling, though, is there with Savage, and the bait and switch is perfect. Savage, don't let him slip. Gets one. Fozy punishes. Sterling known and slaps the jump. Down and out is the rival Orpa, but this one still looks scary. Plopsky caught in the open. And now Hampus, yeah, taxed and tapped away. They will find the 11-4. Late stage, a little bit of a revival from the CTs. They get the bookend rounds. We got the pistol and 3 on the trot to close out the half. Third map continues. NiP looking to top the group, then only 5 rounds away.
Hey Future Pros! Locking down mid as a CT can put you in a good spot in a round of Ancient. So let's check out the Smoke Incendiary.
With them in the halftime, good chat's been had. It looks like Hampus is actually going to try out Hazard's crosshair.
Interesting. Okay.
A little bit of a trade.
Why not? Just give it a bit of a go.
Good luck, have funds in the chat, and we are ready to see how this one shapes on up. Sterling given the credit of being one of the best pistol players for the boys, and he isn't going to be equipped with that P250, but we do see some util. They're going to be throwing out a good look, I hope. The NET rounds we see from LFO is progress and also damn good to throw in the pocket for some demo review.
Well, no fake this time. Remember, yesterday they tried the fake with APOC. It was a little bit telling, wasn't it?
Flash. What a perfect counter to an all-in B is have someone ready close and a flash when he wants it. Here they come. Let's see when Fozy throws his flash.
They're still going to be smoked off there. S-Attack might have to go through if he wants to biff.
It looks good. They're all there. They're all doing the flashbang dance. Look how long he's got the hang time for him to pick a target. Oh. And there's more where that came from. They've actually managed to evenly trade, so you've got to give him credit. Would love a plant. Getting the plant. Licky caught jumping.
Oh.
You rascal. He gets him straight through the boards on the first click.
Deary me, Hampus, be nice. Give him the chance to plant at least, my friend. But there it is, 12 now. NiP just 4 more rounds away. What a smile on the face.
What a naughty way to deny a 3v3. Like, it looked... We had an even fight there, and then Hampus decided we didn't.
Just the 1 bullet necessary. We'll deny that, won't we? Okay, well, the bomb didn't go down, so likely here to see the LFO economical. And I feel like APOC's come into this event and gone, guys, I have to get 1 Zeus kill. I just want 1. Just 1. Oh, Licky's joining the fun too. All right. Might get 2 chances to make the noise.
He hasn't managed yet, but that's not going to stop him from trying. Maybe it's Plopsky, his next victim, as he burns. He actually walks in the flame. What are you up to, mate? 14 HP. It's fine. He's alive.
He doesn't need anything more than 1 to make this one work.
That's right. Is how greedy does Plopsky get? I just don't see a world where Plopsky walks around this corner.
Hello. Hello. Wait, how does Mission Impossible go again? Dun 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 dun.
Bump.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
And James Bond is...
Yeah, that one always eludes me.
It does, yeah.
I gotta go back to the game. GoldenEye on the N64.
This has been fun.
Yeah, it has been. I like what it's pretty cool. No one's moving.
No one's moving. They don't need to.
Wait, here they come. Here they come. Here they...
Please give util. Can I have some? They're letting him in.
Oh! There it is. He got it. He waited. He got it. That's what we were waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. And Apox knows.
He does it again.
He does what he's come to do.
Again and again and again.
Oh, my Lord. That little chat, guys, I recommend social media, someone rush, take a screenshot, get it on the socials. That was so funny.
Please give me after what was it, a 60-second timeout?
Oliver Twist. Please, sir, can I have your util? Oh.
Just drop it on the floor. He did get his MP9, did get his Zeus kill. Everyone wins. Still no bomb plant, those poor souls. This time it was ESL just holding his MP9 sideways.
You can see they're pretty good spirited, you know. Missed Molly there on the deep one to contain middle from the Ninjas, but all good in the hood. Apoc hasn't pressed the issue, but pressing the issue is Hampus. Look at him. Look how far he is. Minute 37. Hello.
Please, Mr. Hampus. Please.
Oh, he'll get on out of town, but that's so much pressure applied early. It's a cheeky maneuver, but it's a Hampus maneuver.
Yeah, and you know that's probably going to mean Savage and Apoc stand there for 45 seconds waiting for him to do it again.
And meanwhile, Hampus is probably going to do a bit of a Yakinda. He'll show himself in Donut, then he'll run around to B, then he'll come back to A main. Oh, look at this. Is he going to play in front of the Donut?
I guess it's one way to find an off angle.
Yeah, okay, Hampus. To be fair, like it's not like it's like commonly flashed, right? Because if you're super deep in, it's really hard to flash those angles. It's more often smoked. So, I'm not going to lie, I don't hate it.
Oh, he's got confirmation.
Well, they beamed it, did they? No, it landed properly.
Good smoke. And, perfect sense from Hampus. Pulls the trigger as Hazard walks on in, regardless of the obscured view. And Red Room's going to be theirs. At the bare minimum, they'll have one there. Apoc makes sure that they know.
We have to try and split A here through Donut with Savage coming main. That's it, but that Molly's... Oh, the Molly, it went in the smoke.
Oh, that's actually a perfect way to try and open up onto the site. Res, however, is a problem. Apoc relieves that stress.
Oh, Plopsky's so quick. So quick, so quick. It's an open to Donut plant too.
Oh, yeah, well, this could be another sad way to lose Sterling. Bomb's gone down, though. Savage in the temple with health. Apoc already contributed a double if they can just count on Savage for this spray on a tight little line. He does manage it. And now into the site comes ESL with the MP9. Savage can try and survive. He gets the info. They know where they both are. Long range on the MP9. Problems for Savage. He gets his reload. He gets run down. ESL been having a field day with that SMG. 18 and counting for the Dane. Having fun here on Ancient as 14 is secure.
Alex, you can see currently what I've decided to do here.
It's very machine-esque, actually.
I want to get down, but I'm scared.
Oh, do you want me to stabilize?
I might just stand here until the game's over.
Okay, I'm just gonna tweet a picture with no context.
Okay, now 14-4. Reads the score.
On the door.
It all seems to make sense, doesn't it? But yeah, Hampus there with it a little bit too early on the molly. I think he felt the threat was coming. Good trading on the way in. But yeah, this flank from Plopsky here that you can see at 15 seconds remaining on the clock was there just in time to take the planter out of the equation. Bomb goes down, the money is there, the buy back through, but it's Sterling on a scout. The rest of them are going to be on AKs and Galils. But here he is, Hampus, the menace, the doctor.
And the clinic is in session.
One, done, and more, apparently. Look at this, the re-peek after you're expecting him to just disappear.
Farming, absolutely farming. Plopsky's still got some bullets and throwing some in the right place. Savage takes a beating.
The spam is so cheeky, like it can do shred, it can just shred. Oh, underhand.
Yeah, that'll work nicely. Doesn't necessarily stop damage inflicted. ESL did some damage. We've got a 3.
Going to spam him here, I reckon.
Yeah, they could very well succumb to this wall bang. They are taking some cube control. Apoc just gets around the corner in time. Savage is responsible for the plant and he's getting it down. That's lovely from Sterling. And yeah, the frags come through. The individuals deliver. And we will see LFO take a nice little 5th.
I like calling that cube.
Yeah,
at the back, because we tried to do Donut as cube, but we'll go with Donut. But cube feels nice. Cube control as opposed to like long control. Because long and short, like the cube, that's nice. It feels good. It's nice to say. This is after Hampus started very annoyingly with multiple kills. A good little maneuver here with the underhand molly and Apoc ready for the alley-oop. So that's a wombo combo. And then Sterling hitting a couple of nice ones there. Making sure he can just ward off any of the NiP attack. Well, retake, as it were. But you can see they force ball into this. 3 rifles, 2 deagles. Cube. Thanks, Rush.
Fuzi.
Oh, we could call like Death Cube, like the movie.
Death Cube, the movie?
Isn't there a movie called Death Cube? Or isn't it just called Cube? I think it's just maybe called Cube. I don't know, there's a movie, it's like a horror film.
Oh, and they're all
They get put in like a cube, and there's like they have to get out, but it's kind of like
There was that reality TV show I watched. Well, I saw recently that was in the 90s where they basically like tortured you, and they put you on something spinning you upside down in the Arctic conditions. Got cancelled.
Horrible.
Yeah, it got cancelled because some guy got hypothermia, but it existed for a while. You had to answer questions while they like sprayed you with water and froze it.
I hate that.
Yeah, me too.
Things people do it for money.
Kind of thing that probably feels like LFO have experienced a similar thing here in the Counter-Strike realm.
This flash might be perfect. I don't think STAG will see it coming. Oh, doesn't matter.
Yeah, just a little ahead of it, and there's a nice two-man setup here to pick up the pieces of this side of the map. I do think there is definitely like a lot of strength to be had in CT's taking this part of the map, taking lane and owning lane. It really, really makes the map feel small.
But that flash there was great from them, right? It was one way to come back in, but you have to still account for left, straight ahead, then the pocket, which is up towards like the B lane to the right, and then the hard right? It's a lot of angles to clear, so...
And the smoke that Hampers was telling us, and of course we've seen the Future Pros tutorial, you can just bang it off the side of the wall, even throw it from spawn, and have it up as the T's arrive.
Yeah.
Like that gives it a very kind of deep banana-esque feel to it. Ah, that's the smoke.
Yeah, perfectly well timed, like we scripted it. But yeah, running through that, Licky has to. Need to get something done here. Just 2 Galils, a Deagle, an AK, and well, Cave Aggression. He's gone down again, his old Licky. This B lane, it's just been an onslaught, but on towards A they go.
Let's go, Satellite Radio. Rez is the only one here, but they've got 2 in Donut, actually. So once he gets his first, which he's provided, the rest of the threat can come in off the back of that. Hamper's trying to be a rascal in the smoke. He's close and does Molotov the safer side of the plant. Smokes will fade, and Crosshair's in the right place here, Savage. Good spot. Better find. He's gone 3v5 now, 3v4. Only a scout for Sterling, so trying to remain mobile. And Fozzy's weapon just a little bigger, a little spicier as well. He does take a little damage. Apoc taking the bomb away from the site. NiP not going to let this one slip. And looking to top their group. 2 more kills, and we'll be top of Group A, the Ninjas in pajamas. Who'd have thunk it? Yeah,
guaranteed as well. Like, no matter what happens in the game against G2 tomorrow, they'll be able to retain that #1 spot in the group, put them straight through in the quarterfinals for the playoffs. It goes round of 12 quarterfinals, semifinals, and then the best of 5 grand final for the EPL Season 15 playoffs here. But there it is, Sterling about to step in, a warning shot. And just trying to hope that NiP gives them something, and they're getting absolutely naught.
And there it goes. 16 secure NiP. It took 3, but a top of Group A. ESL Pro League, this battle will continue. It wages on. 2 more best of 3s are around the corner. We're going to be chopping and changing the crews. And you get Harry and Hugo to guide you through at the casting desk. Parla, Maui, and Alan taking over the analyst privileges.